The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the students and the educators who make Mobile County Public Schools great. I'm your host, Renee Phillips, and today we're going to be talking about our Signature Academies. Now, Mobile County was the first school system in Alabama to enact Signature Academies in every single high school. So what that means is that students can choose between any of our 12 Signature Academies based on what their career interests are. And we have them ranging from coastal studies to engineering to pre-med to you name it, basically. And I have with me right now Christy July, who is our Signature Academy coordinator for Mobile County Public Schools. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So can you tell me, what is a Signature Academy?
Yes, they are small learning communities that have a college and career focus. So the goal is to expose students while they're in high school to the industries that are high wage, high demand within our region. And so each of our high schools, we have 12 in our district, have a Signature Academy, but they also have additional academies that students can take advantage of. And so we are wall to wall, which means that all 10th through 12th graders have to select an academy, as you mentioned, whether it's from welding to communications to culinary to marketing. There's something for every student.
So it's not school like when you and I were in school where we took math, English, and social studies. This is actual career and college prep, right?
Yes, and they do have to take those core content areas for graduation requirements, but also those subject areas are in every industry in some way, shape, or form. And so we want our students to understand that what they're learning in English class is applicable to what they're going to do in the workplace. So how do I utilize nouns, pronouns, and those writing skills in English class to be successful in the workplace or in industry? And so on top of those core content classes, our students do have to take a minimum of 3 academy classes that are academy focused, and business and industry has provided us with the insight as to what students need to know in order to have a good foundation before they graduate from high school. And so that's how we select our classes.
And I think what I love is that it piques that interest in the students, doesn't it? So you may not know, you may be interested in engineering, but you go to BC Rain and you learn about aviation and aerospace, and you're learning how to apply that math and science to build airplanes, for example, right?
Exactly, exactly. And also students, we don't expect them to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their lives, but it's about exposing them to something and giving them a skill set and being able to be more self-aware. Oh, I really like this and I have this skill, or I do not like this anymore. And we've had some students to come through our academies and say, you know, for the longest time, this is the industry that I want to participate in. And then when they get into an internship, and they've taken classes and they still love it, but when they get into an internship and see what the real world of work is like in that industry, they say, wait a minute, I may have to rethink this. So that's a good thing for a student to learn about themselves while they're in high school before they graduate.
Right, and for the parents, much better to learn about it than instead of after you've paid for a year of college.
Exactly.
And so what are the Signature Academies? We've got 12, because we have 12 different high schools.
Yes.
So can we try to name them?
Yes, we can. So at Baker, they are AP Capstone. So that requires students to take advanced placement courses and a research component throughout their high school career. At Blount, it is pre-med and health sciences. We have Bryant High School, which is coastal studies. At Davidson, it is epic engineering. At LaFleur, it is law, health, and arts. At MGM, they are our biomedical studies. At Murphy, they are Murphy University Center, which is in conjunction with the University of Alabama and their early college program there. We also have BC Rain High School, which is aviation and aerospace that you mentioned. We have Theodore, which is industry and engineering. Viger is advanced information technology, and Williamson is maritime engineering and entrepreneurship.
And it's such a wide range of careers. How did we come up with those specific areas?
Yes, it is vast, and that's a great question. And a lot of people need to understand that the district didn't just come up with these out of nowhere. They're based on communication and collaboration with our Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce, and actually the Jobs Outlook by the federal government and for our region, and also where those schools are geographically located was very important. So all of those areas, for instance, Bryant High School is by the coast. coast, and a lot of the business and industry in that area deal with the water in some way, shape, or form. And so our students there are able to get the vastness of those industries. And that's really what we wanted to make sure our students understood or understand, that there are opportunities right in your backyard that you may not know exist. And I talk about BC Rain all the time, and a few students when I was there, when we started aviation and aerospace, they didn't realize Brookley Field was around the corner from the school. And so I would ask the students all the time, well, why did you think you had so many low-flying planes by you? But it never dawned on them that an air hangar was right around the corner. And so having those experiences allows them to awaken and actually open their eyes to what's available to them.
And find jobs that are available, right? Because
Yes.
you don't want to prepare for a job that won't exist in 10 years.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of thought put into it.
Yes, and that's why we work very closely with business and industry, because we want to know what skills are needed now, but also on the forefront.
Okay.
So we want to be sure that what we're teaching is actually preparing them.
Okay, well this is great, and we're gonna have to break for commercial, and when we come back, we'll meet some of the Signature Academy specialists and learn about the programs in all 12 of our high schools.
As a student in the Mobile County Public Schools, there are a few things I've come to expect. One is a quality education, and the other is a quality lunch. Not only are our school meals well balanced, meeting all federal nutritional standards, but they also have less fat, fewer calories, and they taste really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, our school lunches contain whole wheat, grains, fruits, and vegetables to give me the energy and brain power to get me through the day.
The Environmental Studies Center is a natural sciences education facility designed to provide unique learning experiences. In addition, wildlife rehabilitation plays a vital role each day at the center. Featuring more than 500 acres of rich woodlands, the center affords teachers, students, and the general public an opportunity to experience firsthand the natural environment. Environmental Studies Center. It starts with us in the Mobile County Public Schools.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our Signature Academies, which we offer in all 12 of our high schools. Signature Academies provide students an opportunity to learn about colleges and careers and futures that are available in Mobile County. And so right now joining me, I've got Monique Petaway with Williamson High School and Sarah Martin with Davidson High School, and we're going to learn about those two programs. So Monique, tell me about Williamson Signature Academy.
Well, our Signature Academies are maritime, engineering, and entrepreneurship. And within each of those academies, they have pathways that they can select. So for my maritime students, they are able to select welding, electrical, and any of the multi-craft careers. And when I say multi-craft careers, those students can do things like carpentry, cabinetry, HVAC, plumbing, things of that nature. Our engineering students have an opportunity to take engineering technology or civil engineering, which is in a partnership with Bishop State. Our students are able to go over to Bishop State, take courses in civil engineering, and then they get a dual enrollment credit. Our Entrepreneurship Academy, our students can take culinary, cosmetology, business marketing, ROTC leadership, and music performance. So they have an opportunity to be able to get exposure to a lot of different areas that they may want to go into once they graduate high school.
Okay, so it's a wide variety there for the students. Are they drawn to one academy more than the other, or?
My largest academy, I would say, would be my welding. A lot of students really enjoy being a part of the Welding Academy. They love partner with Austal. Austal comes in and supports our school quite a bit. And then our second largest would be my Entrepreneurship Academy, because the students definitely love to cook, because they like to eat. And then our business marketing.
And entrepreneurship is such a varying word too. So what does it mean at Williamson? Like, what types of things are they learning? Like to start their own business, or?
Yes, we've had a partnership with South Alabama. South Alabama has come in and taught our students about business plans, how to develop a business plan, how to pitch a business. So it's a unique opportunity for our students to get exposure of what it means to actually open and run a business for themselves.
And so Sarah, Davidson, you're known for your engineering. You've had an engineering program for a while now, but tell us, what did the students learn at Davidson?
Sure. So our Signature Academies are the International Baccalaureate program, as well as the EPIC program that you mentioned, our engineering program. So that began in 2004 with just an engineering pathway, but through student interest and needs in the community, we've actually expanded that. So we have engineering biomedical studies, and then also computer science. That's our newest pathway that we've added.
And so is it pretty hands-on?
Yeah, those classes, the teachers really work with the students through the engineering design process. They like to work through open-ended projects. A lot of times students are used to having projects where it's very specific in terms of what the teachers are looking for. So the idea of an open-ended project where there are lots of right answers and you're working with a team to come up with those answers a lot of times is new to students, but an important skill for that career field.
And one thing you're known for is your robotics team, and they always do pretty well. Williamson as well, you have a good robotics team. But tell us, what's that program like?
So that's not actually a program, or it's not a class per se. It's an extracurricular activity, more of a club or a team. But it's a very highly sought after position. It's a pretty competitive process to be a part of the team, and they work really hard for the 6 weeks or so before the original competition that's held here. And our team's looking forward to going to compete at the next level soon.
Okay. And then International Baccalaureate is another program. What is that?
Right. So the International Baccalaureate students actually overlap. A lot of those students, probably 90%, are also participating in the engineering program. Those are students who are very self-motivated. They're high achieving. They want to take as many of the rigorous courses that they can fit into their schedule. So they're taking lots of AP level classes, and they're for students who are interested in continuing to competitive career fields and competitive universities after high school.
Okay. And so for both of you, what has this Signature Academy program done for your students? Like, are you noticing a difference in the students? Are they more excited about school, or?
Yeah, I've seen the students get more involved in terms of asking questions, or can I do this, or can I do that, or even with the summer internships. I'm getting a lot of feedback with the summer internships. Students are really excited about doing the applications and going through the mock interview process. So they're actually picking up that this is something that's very valuable and something they can use in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our students get excited about being able to pursue potential career options. So it allows them things that they think that they know about their career choice actually get to play out in the classroom. And as Ms. July mentioned earlier, it's twofold. It allows them to see what they are truly passionate about. It confirms that. And then at times it lets them see that that career choice is really not what they thought by looking at their aunt or mom or dad who's involved in that career.
And at both schools, there's a college track and then there's a career track, right? Because not everyone is going to college, but then you can have just as lucrative of a career, for example, in welding, correct? So is that in the technical program? So are you seeing a lot of that where students are able to get a good job after high school, or?
Yes, definitely. Some of our students have taken the health science or healthcare over at Faulkner, and when they finish that program, they get their CNA license. And actually this year I had a student come back and say, hey, I was so glad that I took the health science, because she's currently a student at South Alabama, and she's also working at the infirmary.
Okay, well thanks. We have to break for another commercial, and when we come back, we'll talk to a couple other Signature Academy specialists about the programs at their schools.
Hello, my name is Kyla Brown, and I am redefining ready. I'm taking AP and dual enrollment courses that will help me earn college credits while in high school. I am studying dental science that will assist me in my career choice of becoming a dentist. I am a Student Government Association representative and actively involved in other activities around my school and community. And this is how I am redefining ready.
When parents are involved in school, you get more of this and less of this.
When parents are involved in school, they get more of this and less of this.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our Signature Academies, which are available at all 12 of our high schools. And right now joining us, I have Kelly Snodgrass, who is at Bryant High School, the Signature Academy Specialist, and Bridget Eubanks, who is the Signature Academy Specialist at LaFleur.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. So Kelly, tell us about Bryant. Well, first, what is your Signature Academy and what do you do there?
Well, our Signature Academy is the Academy of Coastal Studies, and within that academy we have 5 pathways that the students can choose from. It's kind of an umbrella of different topics for our area. The first is agri-science, and then we have coastal environmental science, fisheries management and aquaculture, maritime and industrial technologies, and recreation, travel, and tourism. Now, aside from that, we also have the Cambridge program.
Okay. And so for the coastal studies, what stands out to me when I visited Bryant are the big crawfish.
Yes,
Tell us
we
about
do
those.
have the crawfish on campus, and that's part of our fisheries management and aquaculture program. Those students learn about how to harvest seafood and the industry that goes along with it, and they do have crawfish on campus that they get to raise. And also we have some land with Auburn Shellfish Lab where we are raising oysters as well, the students are.
And so I would imagine that makes the kids get excited about science because they're not just reading a book, they're raising crawfish and oysters.
Right, yes, they love it. They love that hands-on experience.
Okay. And another program that we just did a big announcement on was the welding lab for Ingalls. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Ingalls totally renovated our welding lab, and it is amazing. It's huge. It's got 21 state-of-the-art welding booths and ventilation system. And along with that, we've started the Ingalls Shipbuilder Academy, and the students who go through the Maritime and Industrial Technologies pathway, they have the option their senior year to apply for the Shipbuilder Academy at Ingalls. And so the students that are accepted the first half of the day go to Ingalls and they learn all the shipbuilder trades while they're there. They get to sample them all, and then they come back and they have the rest of their classes the rest of the day. And so far with that program, Ingalls has also hired the students at the end of once they graduate.
Which is a great partnership as we prepare them for careers and help them get careers. And then LaFleur, tell us what your Signature Academy is.
Currently, our signature consists of law, arts, and health services. And in the arts, we do visual and performing arts. We have several pathways as well that fall up under those particular academies.
Okay, and I know we're familiar with the program that you do with the police and fire department, right?
Yes, we are very excited about the rollout of that program this year. It's our Public Safety Academy, which falls up under our umbrella of law, and we have partnered with the Mobile Fire and Rescue as well as the City of Mobile Police Department.
So through that, are kids meeting policemen and firemen, or what are they, or firefighters, sorry?
Yes, each quarter, the first quarter, our firefighters came in once a week, and they engaged them with various activities of actually walking in the footsteps of being a firefighter. This quarter, we have the policemen coming in, and they are doing the same thing, and the kids are getting to just do that work-related hands-on training, and they are just excited about the new startup of the program.
And does this spark an interest in them to go into these fields?
Yes, what we did was we decided to roll out this program to all of our 9th graders, so every 9th grader is going to be able to just get a taste of what they want to do in public safety.
And the healthcare, how does that work at LaFleur?
Okay, our healthcare program, we offer the therapeutic services pathway, and all of our students go through that particular program, and at the end of their senior year, they're able to test for their CNA.
And so CNA is a certification that they can get, and they can get a job with that, correct?
That is correct, and thus far, we have 100% of passage each year.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. And then one thing that you mentioned at Bryant that we didn't get into is the Cambridge program. So can you tell me about that?
Right. The Cambridge program is actually affiliated with Cambridge University in England, and it's a rigorous program for those academically advanced students. It's a wonderful program because it's very hands-on learning, project-based, and the classes carry a higher weight than your honors or AP classes.
Okay. And so what differences are you noticing in your students as they go through these Signature Academies?
I guess one major thing that I'm noticing is that they're taking advantage of the programs because they're free. It's not a no when they leave high school. They have an idea of what they truly want to go into without going straight off to college and saying, oh, I think I want to do this program. And then they decide in college, no, I want to start over again and do this. So they're coming out with not only knowledge base, but experience because they get those summer internship opportunities, so they're getting that hands-on training. So I think they're coming out very college and career ready when they leave Mobile County Public School System, high schools these days.
And you mentioned the internships. So what types of places are your students interning at?
Okay, mine have been recently, they've been going to the most of the attorney officers, the local attorney offices, so they get to go into the courtroom and see them in live action, take notes, legal debriefing, so they're looking at anything from paralegal all the way up to judgeship.
Okay, what about at Bryant?
And ours, well, of course, with the Ingalls program, they get experience there. And also we work with Marine Resources, Dolphin Island Sea Lab,
And a lot of places that have, since you're on the coast at Bryant, these coastal jobs are exposing them to them, I'm sure, is a great opportunity for the students. Well, we had to break for commercial, and when we come back, we'll learn about some more of our Signature Academies.
It's a fact. Bullying happens. Bullying can lead to serious physical and emotional pain. But there are some things you can do to prevent or stop it. Stand up for the person who's being bullied. Let the bully know that it's not cool to pick on others. Take action by reporting the bully to a teacher or principal. In the end, when you help someone who's being bullied, you are also helping yourself.
The Mobile County Public Schools Signature Academies program offers a variety of specialized curriculum for highly interested and motivated students. These academies provide students with choices ranging from aviation to healthcare, advanced information technology to international studies, from engineering to coastal studies. These high-quality hands-on programs prepare students for careers readily available in Mobile County. Signature Academies program. It starts with us.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our Signature Academies, which are available at all 12 high schools. And joining me now, I have Lauren Rogers from Murphy High School and Haley Bailey from Theodore High School.
Yes,
and we're going to learn about the programs there. So Lauren, you go first. Tell us, what's Murphy Signature Academy?
So at Murphy High School, our Signature Academy is the Murphy University Center. And within this academy, we have two pathways. We have our early college pathway, and we have our international baccalaureate pathway as well. With early college, we actually are partnered with two colleges. We're partnered with the University of Alabama and with Bishop State Community College. So we are able to offer students dual enrollment classes starting their junior year. With IB, students also can earn college credits. It starts their 9th and 10th grade year, a pre-IB program, and then they have a full IB curriculum that starts their 11th and 12th grade year. And so basically both pathways allow for students to earn college credits while they're in high school.
And I've been on tours with some parents and community leaders at Murphy, and that university center, it looks like a university.
It does. We are very fortunate in the fact that we have a lecture hall and we have a student study center as well. Our program with the University of Alabama is web-based, and so twice a semester we have professors come down from the University of Alabama and teach the classes in those lecture halls. It's a stadium-style seated classroom. The kids bring their laptops, they take notes, it's very interactive. And then because it is web-based, we allow for them to go in the student center during that time that they have in their schedule to do their coursework as well. Most of our students who are IB students also take the early college classes also. So they kind of become a little family over there in our Murphy University Center and kind of lean on each other for support.
And we have a lot of college prep classes throughout Mobile County, but I think what makes Murphy's different is they're taught by actual professors, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. So our teachers at Murphy High School that are partnered with Bishop State Community College, they are certified through Bishop State to teach those college level classes. So like I tell the students, if you're taking English 11 with one of our English 11 teachers who's certified, that's also your English 101 class, and you're getting a college credit for that class if you pass it. And so that's an opportunity that not every student is getting.
And some kids, I've met several that leave Murphy with 30 hours of college
yes,
credit.
Actually, majority of our seniors from last year graduated with at least 24 college credits, and were able to kind of bypass that freshman year whenever they went off to college.
And that saves a lot of money.
A lot of money, yes, exactly.
And so Haley, tell us about Theodore's program.
Well, our Signature Academy is industry and engineering. So we actually just changed from an engineering curriculum to Project Lead the Way, which is absolutely amazing. Our kids are having a blast in it. So it was actually made by engineers in the field for high school students. They also have a middle school and an elementary school program, which we're hoping to implement in our feeder pattern soon. But our kids are learning the exact same thing that, say, engineers in college are learning also. They're learning the design process. They are learning how to do sketches. They're learning how to use CAD programs, everything that they will need to, I mean, they'll be ahead of the curve whenever they get into college. And some of ours can actually leave this year with all of the knowledge that they have in their CAD drawings to go work in any kind of engineering firm to do CAD drawings, so they could be CAD designs.
And that's wonderful. And have you known some graduates who've gone on to do that? Or?
Okay, so since we just implemented it last year, our students are not at that point yet, so
But they will
our
be.
students are juniors right now who started the program. So we will see the fruits of our labor after next year. So we are super excited, and those kids are so excited. They are doing awesome projects. They love it.
And that has to take science to a new level, right? When they're learning how to apply it to
Yes.
designs and
Application is so much different than just learning it in the classroom. And it's actually what I taught. So I was a science teacher and I was an engineering teacher. And coming from both of them, it was two completely different things, because it's one thing to be able to regurgitate information or do a math problem. It's another thing to actually be able to build something from the design process. So you're sketching it, you're putting it in a CAD program, and then you're actually building it with your hands. So it's definitely more in depth, and our kids are doing amazing things in those classes.
And it's wonderful, because I think school by school, what we've learned today, there's so many different opportunities for our students to dive into those careers and learn about what they would be doing when they got an actual job. And I think that's the goal, and I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. But students who are interested, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you want to attend a Signature Academy, you guys host a showcase every usually September, October, and then they can apply for any of the Signature Academies by January 31st of the year for the following year,
Yes,
correct?
that's correct, yes.
Okay. Well, I love that it's open to all students based on their interests, and it's just a great program. Well, thank you so much for joining us today for Homeroom as we learned about our Signature Academies. We'll see you next time.